There we go. That looks good. Alright, now let's... Now this isn't looking so awkward. Let's fix our chat log. Extend that to about there. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to One of Each Gaming's playthrough of the Orzean experience going through the MSQ of Final Fantasy XIV. Where last we left off, we were just preparing for a banquet from Nanamo Ul Namo, the current Sultanate of the, I guess it would be the current ruler of the Sultanate. There, hopefully that doesn't... Hopefully that doesn't cause too much feedback there. Hopefully the sound's good. I'm super excited. So we only have 3 more quests until the world kind of opens up, so to speak. And we can go exploring a little bit more. This is it, Ardbert. Your big debut in Ul'Dan High Society. The banquet is being held in the Fragrant Chamber. Head over to the Royal Promenade and Bartholomew will show you in. Oh, but be sure to put on the earrings first, or he'll send you packing. Right, well, I reckon that's everything. Try not to let all the pomp and ceremony get to you. Just be yourself, and you'll be fine. I think I put on the voice of the just already. No, I did not. There we go. The Royal Promenade. A banquet hosted by Her Grace. The Sultana is due to begin shortly. Attendance is by invitation only. Please make way for arriving guests. We are honored to receive you, my lord. Please proceed inside.
All hail the Sultana!
All hail the Sultana!
Your Grace.
Raoban? By right of the Royal House of Ul, I, Nanamo, 17th of my line, have summoned you here. We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Ul'Dah and dear friend to the crown. Honored guests, I give you our champion! And with that, I bid you enjoy the feast.
Sorry, I just thought better lighting.
Not to spoil your appetite, but Ul'Dah is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe.
One more thing.
While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets. Nor can Her Grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the Syndicate who derive their wealth from the workers' poverty. Beneath her mask of stately serenity, she is aghast at the plight of her subjects. But there will be no hope for the masses until the crown is restored to power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for Ul'dah. But there is so much more to do. That light, what is it?
It's the crystal, baby. Hydaelyn's blessing. One of
So
a kind.
bright. Almost like by the 12. Tell me true. Have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether? Yes, you are like they were. Allow me to explain. Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the Primals. Though they were not of this land, when the Garlean Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the 3 grand companies.
Cool 1.0
And they
callback.
stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago.
The ones
The
we've
day
heard so
we
much
lost
about.
them. None who survived have forgotten the hero's sacrifice. Nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us. And in our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light. When I look at you, I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve. You must protect that crystal at all costs. It is a gift from Hydaelyn, Mother of All, and one she gave to you for a reason. Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
I wonder if... Here's one thing I want to know. I want to go back and react to all the
Flames
1.0
to the
cutscenes,
fore!
because I've never seen them.
Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of.
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily. Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn! Respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Delay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
He's already out.
This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent. The chaos of imprisonment only made him hungrier. I am aware of them. Pay them no mind. They're powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will return to form. That's really cool, actually. Okay, so that was kind of all about this huge apocalypse that happened. How do you feel, Albert? Though probably not the sort you intended. You sure you're getting enough rest, Albert? The life of an adventurer can be pretty taxing. Any road. I'm glad to see you're back to normal. No offense, but looking after you is getting a bit tiresome. Oh, before I forget, the General left me a message for you. Said that when you're feeling up to it, you should come and see him at the Hall of Flames. Probably wants to finish the story he was telling you when you fell asleep. This is kind of cool. This is something that you can have in here. Let's see. I don't think we have anything that we can... Yeah, but we have all these different things we can do. We can sleep here. We can review... what is it called? Like scenarios and different cutscenes. The orchestrion. I love these. Anywho. Okay, where are we heading? Back to the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, you may notice I have a lot less gil. I have now officially spent $125,000, and it's all been on mining gear. Speaking of which, I'm hoping to do some mining quests today, maybe, as well as unlock a whole bunch of crafting guilds. That would be ideal. Once I get retainers, I'm going to start really ramping up on grinding for materials. As you can see here, I got all 1600 iron ore that I'm going to need for the rest of A Realm Reborn, all 700 copper ore, 300 tin ore. I'm working towards all the skins I need. So I'm just going to be, looking for items which I need a whole bulk of. And I will be putting those in a special bag that we're going to get in the future called a Chocobo side saddle.
I've been waiting for you, Albert. I trust you are fully recovered. Good, because there is much work to be done. Work that I would have you to do. Listen well, Albert. This will take some time to explain.
Nice, we get another minion.
I've prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago, we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Cartano. First by the Garleans, and then by the thrice-damned primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen comrades, and of the warriors of light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the Calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope the counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it? Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania and Limsa as my official representative. Now, that's a great many moms to travel, but I've neither the time nor patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstances demands it, and as in this case, though there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. Aye, Ardbert, I'm not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain, but I've said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you, go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm, for which the warriors of light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Ardbert, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way. Alright, let's go speak to Momodi. We're gonna be extra lazy. Like super, super, super lazy. Where was I going? I'm being so dim-witted. Momodi. Ah, back from your meeting with Raubon, are you? What did the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's word to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship? Bugger me, that's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, Ardbert. I truly am. Now, I dare say Raubon told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves never having seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Tal, having never known the blues of Limsa Lominsa's shimmering seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Ardbert. You'll see those sights, and more. And everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folks with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor these experiences, for they are priceless. All. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dah ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are, Ardbert. And what kind's that, you ask? Or the kind that can't resist sticking his nose in other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travels, Ardbert. I'll see you when you get back. Bye, Momodi. Alright. So we can actually just warp directly to the airship landing here.
Now, which one do we go to first? I would rather go to Gridania first and leave Limsa, which is my personal favorite, for last. Listen to that music. Where's my remote? I need to jam. It's jam time. Attention, all passengers! The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Attention, all passengers! The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to board. Look at Thancred, Leo Frick, what's his name? Oween. Oween? When first we met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Ardbert! Godspeed! If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. That's epic. I love Castrum Ocidins. I love those crystals. Cool looking spaceship. Almost looks like the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy VIII. It's Darth Vader.
We must use the dark side. Taste of defeat lingers still.
15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worlds, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
So cool. Midgard Zormer. I love him.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Okay, so 3 lieutenants, 3 garrisons. Is it called a garrison? What's underneath a lieutenant? A squadron? Garrison is where a squadron stays.
Please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus' plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
The codename Hummingway.
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate.
He's accusing him of
I
being a
assure
spy,
you,
I'm assuming.
Frumentarium sees
I'm assuming.
all.
Frumentarium.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Okay, so the Frumentari is the Garlean Intelligence Department. The Garlean Intelligence Department had found out that there was somebody stationed inside of Castrum Ocidin, this name, codename Hummingway. This was the spy. Nero essentially believed that this person from Alamigo who doubted the wisdom, who seemed to be rooting for information, must have been this spy, and he executed him without a trial. So that's interesting. When does that communicate to the world about us? That there's still a resistance trying to take down the Garlean Empire? Admiral Wing, thanks. Thank you. This is going to be epic. I just feel this is going to be epic. Yes! This is like our 5th voice cutscene. There's a lot in this opening stretch. Like, actually a crazy amount. More than I remember. I'm loving it.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you.
You know, saved a crown.
This way.
Beautiful view.
I bid you welcome. I am Melvib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
Oh. "7 hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean Alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Legatus Nael van Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Carteneau Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Carteneau, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not 1 ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few of us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisoix still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all! We need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than useless. Time is short and none will save us. Save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. And this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Raubon has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel next to Gridania, yes? Pray give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Ardbert. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Okay, let's, Ooh, so much new stuff. So much new stuff. We're just going to run around real quick. I would like to get, at the very, very least, while we're in towns, the gathering classes. To me, those are the best things to unlock early game. And quite possibly the most satisfying to unlock. So, get them we shall. And as you can see, there is lots of side quests for us to do in Limsa as well as in Ul'dah. We have even finished off our area exploration of Ul'dah. Because what I hope to do is next time we take a break from the main story, we're essentially going to go systematically, zone by zone, through to make sure that all quests are cleared and that we've finished off the zone stories for those different areas. Some of that comes with the main story quest, if you follow it careful enough. Nice. Sorry, all these are basically the same. Fortunately, unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. So Sisipu tends to tend to tasks that require tending to, such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Alright, let's go talk to Sisipu. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word between you and Malika. So I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wabalago's supposed to be guild master, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry, so all his work falls on me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots. Potential anemones. You passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke. Now, you only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? Yes. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and a prayer, so I suppose I can spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, we're still going to need that pole and prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms, since you're not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say, they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready the one that I gave you, and your lesson can begin. Thanks, Sisipu. But no, we're not going to continue this quest. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. So now we can go recommended. Perfect. And now we're right back to that. Okay, cool. Nice little stop there. Yeah, let's pop up to here. Now, I would like to explore this place fully. but we're not going to be exploring it fully quite yet. We're probably going to have a Limsa episode where it's literally just the side quests and the side content of getting into Limsa Lominsa and getting to know this new place that we're in. Aww. That's very cute. I love it. While we're here, we also might as well unlock our first secondary job class. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. If you prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning, then your discerning intellect may find a home here at our guild. Can we trace back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Islands? It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomenon in mathematical terms. The existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave ether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages wishing to expand their understanding of the world took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa Lominsa, arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realm of governance and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merlwib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanists Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges, then you have but to reaffirm your commitment to joining the guild. Unreachable. Okay, you'll find her just over there. Yes, I am Thubigrim. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Marie has doubtless explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins? Allow me, then, to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary, even on the field of battle. Nay, especially on the field of battle. This principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall next judge your aptitude for our discipline. There we go, one more. I always love this. This feels like just... It's so nice seeing yourself grow and seeing all these different cool things come together as you transform. If you want the official order of the jobs, I like to order them in the exact order that they are here. So Gladiator, Arcanist. Same as, you can't see it there, but I can't see it there either. There we go. Yeah. Armory bonus. When slaying enemies participating in fate. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Okay, let's throw on some clothes, because we definitely don't just want to be like that. And then we will use this to teleport back to the Aetheryte Plaza. Okay, so I got everything on the lower floor, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's go check out the top floor. And then we will head to Gridania right after that, though I'm going to take a very, very short break to brew a pot of coffee, and then another short break about 10 minutes later to actually go get the coffee that I'm going to go brew. Ooh, let's get cooking. Okay, beg your pardons, to dine at the Bismarck. Oh, you're not a patron. What say you? Yes. Okay, Limsa, the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich culinary tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. The first is our proximity to the fertile lands and plentiful seas of Vilbrand, which have yielded bounteous produce. The second is our standing as the realm's foremost trading port, which grants us access to not only exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed on solely through word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and to loss. But that all changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was Admiral Guloskiv Baldwison, also known as Mast Cleaver. The man's love of fine cuisine was such that, at sea, he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands on the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarians Guild and codified cooking methodology. Today carries on Baldwison's legacy through the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly. Not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly novel culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as yourself. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, and each member to an ingredient, imparting a unique flavor. Before troubling him, I warn you that ours is a truly sweltering kitchen. As such, well, can I stand the heat? Yeah, of course. Okay, so I'm getting to the point where my throat's getting a little sore, so I'm going to read what's interesting and necessary and scan what's left.
Well met, venturer. I take it you want to join our guild. Let's have a good look at ye, then. Bah, what's an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. I jest. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian. Else, it don't even take talent. At least, not on its own. No, son. More than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? That's the spirit. Aye, your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing what gets us through the grisly bits. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, Ardbert, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. It ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Now then, whether you can tell which end's which. I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now, show me you can hold a skillet, and all of you starting on your first task. Alright, I can do that, mate. Thank you. I didn't have the crafting log before? Culinarian is the bottom of this list. Okay, nice. Wait. I don't know if I got the Aetheryte shard. Here we are. The final Aetheryte shard, if I'm not mistaken. No, not the final one. There's still the Aft Castle. That's right. Okay, so navigate yourself. So the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail. Okay, so it's about like pirates, especially among pirates where strength and skill were desired. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. It was Galadian Accord was signed, though the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institute dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. Okay. Yes, I'm Wernzen. Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but One should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A marauder must be most powerful, enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt, the question has already been put to you by Blauthoda, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Very well. Your name? Attend to me well, then, Ardbert. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will ofttimes be your own. I present you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now, grip the haft with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. Marauder is actually not so much an ARR, but actually I think they've actually fixed a lot of it. It is my favorite class because its AoE has been completely and utterly redone, which is the best. It's so good. Before, its AoE was in a cone, which meant if the enemies weren't right in front of you, they wouldn't be hit, which just made it infinitely worse than the Paladin, which was in a circle. And whenever it was in a circle, it would hit everyone all at once, pretty much all the time. So, once they switched that, as far as I can tell, there's no difference between Gladiator and Warrior overall. Just playstyle. Nice. Is that all of them? Yep, it's all of them. It's great. It's great. That's great. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you on this. I'll let this run its way through so you have something to watch. Be right back.
sounds like Gridania music. Yep, that's Gridania music. Oh, that person's so smart. I'm not smart. I'm not gonna log off before school. Though I should. Okay, so we're back. While I was on break, I just clicked open my phone to look at YouTube, right? See what's going on there. And I saw Brianna White reacting to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer. Oh man, that whole trailer looks so good. I'm so excited. And in fact, I don't put a whole lot of stock in all of this. I just have my ear to the ground. But I believe we might be playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth tomorrow. Which, if that's the case, that's like... Because tomorrow's going to be so crazy. Because tomorrow I have... Basically, the way my college works is there's a college program. And you go there and it's full-time. You'll usually have classes that are 3 hours. And you'll usually have up to 6 courses at a time, right? On the other hand, there's this thing called PACE, which is an evening class. Evening classes typically run for 4 hours, and you only have 1 course at a time. So it's only on Tuesday nights. The trade-off for that is that you usually get as much homework in that 1 course as you would in a regular 6 course week. So since I'm in both the college and the PACE program, things have been a little hectic recently. And so tomorrow, I am delivering my final presentation, a sermon that I've had to write. And as soon as that's delivered, I'm all done and cleared up, where the rest of my semester is much easier. And I should, all things considered, be able to come home at 10 o'clock, sit back, brew a pot of coffee, and play through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with all of you guys. I'm pumped, needless to say. I've actually gotten a whole week off of work and school and everything just so I can stream it and soak it up, and it coincides with my vacation break as well, of trying to do a couple of other things with my family. But I'm very excited to just sink as much time into that game as I possibly can. Okay, so basically the Carpenters Guild was built for water mills, which makes a lot of sense. Timbermat Beaton assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you'll need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timbermaster Beaton can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you could ask for no better tutor. He is quite simply the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings, but you may well rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you to choose your words carefully and, resist the urge to run away. Beaton, my man! I have met with Korg. Yes. He just didn't really have any interesting lore. Just kind of obvious stuff about Gridania and its main factors, which start to build it up as a community. Which, I mean, that is cool in and of itself. And that will be helpful when it comes to the, whatchamacallit. Like figuring out the lore of each individual area. And trying to piece together the greater stories that are happening within the meta story of Final Fantasy XIV. Is there really no jewels over here? To be honest, that's kind of crazy to me. We could stop by and become an archer. We've about an hour left of the stream and only one main quest left, so we're kind of on track. Maybe 2 if I'm feeling ballsy. I do have in mind to become an archer. The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of war and hunting both, it protects us from our enemies, even as it keeps us fed and clothed. Archery as practiced in Gridania was born of 2 distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elizin, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Makote. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the 2 began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. There are 2 schools of archery, intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large. As a happy consequence of this union, the guild's members came to engage in friendly contests of skill. Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals would go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women would gather to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few members of the Gods Quiver loosed their first arrow within these very halls. And that, my friend, it would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. You must receive her permission if you're to join us. If you'd excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that the relevant lists are amended. Pray, speak to me again in a short while. Lady Lucienne is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lucienne awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Thank you. Greetings, adventurer. I'm told you wish to join our ranks? I am Lucienne, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who would have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art, and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for its shortcomings. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg, or sap its strength with a poisoned bow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities, swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Aye. That is well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. Now, lend me your hunting log if you would. I shall add to it the names of such creatures as will provide a fitting challenge to an archer. And to help you on your way, I bestow upon you this short bow. Arm yourself with your new weapon, and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a trial to gauge your fitness to join the guild. Cool. Yeah, I was right. Archer is just above. Perfect. Okay, let's continue on. So yeah, it is just the two in Old Gridania. So let's head to New Gridania. Oh, I think I see our gathering job. Our final of the 3. I have. Please do. Okay, so 500 years. Precursor organization. Okay, so it's communication with the elements. Ever since mankind settled in the Twelveswood, it's been necessary for us to obtain the elementals' permission prior to taking aught from their domain. Historically, this was a rather involved process in that only a precious few could actually commune with them. Specifically those conjurers blessed with the ability to hear the elementals, aptly known as hearers. In order to relay the elementals' will to the botanists in a more timely manner, a new organization was formed with the hearer as its mouth and ears. The organization would eventually evolve to become the Botanist Guild. To this day, the guild employs the services of a hearer who offers guidance to our members. Yet, this is no longer our organization's sole concern. We also seek to promulgate correct harvesting practice. That is, practices which honor the will of the elementals. And that, my friend, is the story of how our guild came to be. I trust you have a newfound appreciation for the work we do. Now, with all this talk of elementals and communing, mayhap you're wondering whether you're fit to join us. Well, you may cast such doubts aside. You don't need to have been raised as a good little forest boy to be a botanist, nor do you need to know the secret forest-born salute. You just need a healthy respect for nature and the will to learn. Being a botanist means coming face to face with this uncomfortable truth on a regular basis. Knowing this, do you still wish to walk our path? The look in your eye bespeaks the passion in your heart. Very well. I bid you welcome to the Botanist Guild. To help you on your way, I present you with this hatchet. Take it up, and then present yourself to me again. Okay, only a couple more jobs left to get in total, actually. It's kind of cool. I'm hoping that coffee's done soon. I am fading quickly, and I would love a cup of coffee. Oh, look! This is where we can fulfill the role of our MSQ. That's perfect. But we haven't gone to the Leatherworking Guild or the Weavers Guild, if I'm not mistaken, so we also have a couple more things to do. Of course you can. Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please, come with me.
So you are the Ul'dan envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome.
Thank you.
Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance? Pray, tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It would seem my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I will tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even amongst the most influential nations in Ilsabard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Ilsabard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius van Baelsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for service here in Gridania. You write that letter. It looks so epic writing. It's all the feather. The feather does a lot. We need to bring back feather quill pens. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. Nice. We got a new summon. Okay. I pray your meeting with the Elder Seedseer went well, my Lord Envoy. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you not also deliver a message to Admiral Merlvib Blosvin of Limsa? While you were there, did you happen to meet Badarin, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench? Gregarious gentleman, always happy to help his fellow man. Well, I am told that he has a task for a capable adventurer. I know not what the task entails, but I dare say the Flames General's personal envoy would make a fine candidate. If you're interested in learning more, pray, speak with Badarin at his establishment. Okay. Okay, I'm going to snap through these at a little bit of a quicker pace. And then I'm just going to put up the text on the screen for later. Oh my goodness, it seemed like there was a lot there. Okay. Okay, so Gridania had a huge founding event 5 centuries ago. That's the main thing I'm getting from this. Greetings, adventurer. I am told that you wish to become a conjurer of Silklade fane. I am Brother E. Sumiyan, Master of the Guild. Before you are formally accepted into our rank, I would impart to you the principles of conjury. Pray, attend me well. Conjury is an arcane art that takes life and the living for its domain. Its primary purpose is the salving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself oft stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourselves in many situations wherein a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is no more to conjury than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjury may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend oneself against aggression more than compensates for its relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much to grasp upon a single hearing, but worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. Aye, you will come to understand that conjury is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the Twelveswood alike. Can you make this vow? Yeah. Well, and also, of course, our hearing gill. Man, 10 different jobs slash crafting classes already. Did I really not? That's terrible of me. A mortal sin. A tuning again. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Miketto. Oh, that probably didn't sound great for you guys. Sorry. Is there any way to view, like, what's happening right now? All the events and stuff? Like, lodestone, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, so it's just the one more. Yep. Mistal. Yeah, thank you. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. I see you some combat experience, yet it remains to be seen if such skills as you have acquired will avail you here. But no matter. In my capacity as Guildmaster, I shall guide your training, beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exist myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. An experienced lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a relentless assault, we lancers forgo plate, favoring armor of leather and chain. such materials as provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defenses. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield, for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hands, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great army since ancient times. Yet know that a lance alone does not a lancer make. Faced with unfavorable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. A true lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdainful of the odds that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from first to instill this essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you resolved to wield the Have you resolved to wield the lance? Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks. Ah, but I neglected to introduce myself. I am Iwain, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I shall add to your hunting log the names of the creatures against which a lancer might hone its skills. In celebration of the occasion, I hereby present you with your very own spear. Arm yourself with it, and speak to me once more. I would have you undertake your first task. A trial, to be precise. Beautiful. Okay, we are so close. We've been an envoy, and not just are we an envoy of the three of Raubon. Now we're an envoy of basically all three nations who know us, who want us. And now we are an envoy of every, well, not an envoy, but we are an ambassador of every single guild in Eorzea. We still have all the Ul'dah ones, but soon we will be. This should be our last one. Yep. Nice. Now, this should be the very final guild in Gridania that we need to acquaint ourselves with, and this is the Leatherworking Guild. We're going to do something very similar here. We're going to mash through the text, show the text on screen, and move on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't have a lot of crafters, actually. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. Actually, let's return. Let's not teleport. Okay, as I said, I'm going to take a quick break, go get coffee. Be right back. Oh, wrecking stuff. Not good here. Almost. There. Didn't like the way it was sitting. Got a nice bright light on us right now. It's kind of nice. I guess I gotta move that way. Okay. We have 15 minutes left. Let's... It could happen to you. I'm sure that's important, but it's not the type of important I'm looking for. Colosseums, these contests, Miss Chaos, pugilist of singular strength and skill. Okay. Cornelia. I love this guy, Heyman. I have no dancer. At least not yet. Ah, I've already promised to do this 10 times. The 11th won't break my back. Very nice. There. I'm very excited to do the side quest. Not side quest, job quest. This one in particular seems really interesting. And Beladia. Beladia. I'll do it. Okay, I'll talk to the 5. Oh, prelate Yayaki. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous falling, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Well, I for one find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies. Good sir, my merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak.
What's this? What's this? Tal has led to us a new aspirant.
Ah, Kokobuki! Were you here the entire time?
Greetings, child. I am Kokubuki, the eldest and, I would venture to say, the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturgus Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiatives with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Light, fire, blizzards, somnolence, the thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorcerer's teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? A confident response. Your name, if you will?
Very well, Ardbert. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be an addition to your hunting log. The names of such enemies that will provide suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are the scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. Do you believe your initiation over, my dear disciple? We've only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Okay, so we've got these two. Now, what we really need to do... Goldsmith's Guild. That's where we need to go. So it looks like there are 2. Those are beautiful words. I like that. This is my favorite guild master. Stop right there, you little... Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had mistaken you for a mammoth. For a moment there, I... Let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith? Really? That's great! Welcome, welcome! I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Ah, right. What did you say your name was again? Apollo? Oh, right. Ardbert Lux. Well then, Ardbert Lux, work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves at Estame's Aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust? Good. Next order of business. Here's your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never you mind that. Just show me that you know how to hold it so that we can get started. What the heck is happening? Okay, move setup. Move setup. Move setup.
Okay, so carpenter. We're just about there. We just about have all of the classes available to us in A Realm Reborn. And that's where the fun begins, because then when I'm off stream, I can start leveling those up. I can start doing all the hunting logs. I can start doing all the crafting logs. All that stuff unlocks now. So the game outside of the stream world, which is mainly going to be MSQ geared, just expanded tenfold for me. Anything that I deem to be actual content, I won't do off screen. People have tasted a man for more extravagant designs. Merchants had little trouble selling Uldan fabrics in foreign markets, and the traders from the same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanolin. Well, it gave us little cause for concern. Sunsilk tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Ulda, you see? Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade chose to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Uldan society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful, and should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment as Sunsilk weavers. Just imagine an adventurer. Her designs could one day dictate the course of Uldan fashion. If you desire such fame and influence, you might be granted a place with us, provided that you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guild master has taken it upon himself to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready, submit yourself to his rigorous scrutiny. Say the word. He is a fashionable man. I am. Oh. That's good. Okay. Now again, here close. Let's be decent. Guys, we are getting there. This is coming along just brilliantly. Now we just need one more. Alchemist. Well, technically 3 more, but the other 2 we're gonna have to go to Ulda. Limsa. We will become Frankenstein. We will raise everyone from the dead. We will learn to harness the powers of life and death as alchemists. Let's onwards to conquer death itself. Come on, Dietrich. Just give me the needle, we'll start sewing together the monster. So, the last girl, Serendipity was my favorite. This is my least favorite.
Beautiful. Now, let's really... Ooh. Let's quickly throw that on there. And I think I know exactly where our missing job classes are. I think I was in such a rush with Limsa Laminsa that I forwent getting them up here. And this just so happens to satisfyingly take us to our next MSQ quest. Was I wrong? Okay, here's the Armorer's Guild. Oh, and I missed the, I missed... Okay, so I must have missed a couple. One thing I really like about the quest structure of this game is that every time you there's arcs, right? So let's see what my PlayStation says right now. Yeah, so according to my PlayStation, I've now started A Realm Reborn, the second arc. I can't tell you how many parts it splits it into. This is really cool. I actually have a list of all the quests in this arc and exactly how long they're going to take. So this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it looks like it's going to be about 23 main story quests in this arc, which seems to be leading up to the first meeting with our Beastmen. So that's cool. That's important to note. Okay, I could not read that at all. Well, I could have, but... Oh, I can actually... Where is it? Okay, it is this one. Event, let's crank her. There. Oi, look. It's Firion, the Wild Rose. You know what? We're gonna... Guys, we're gonna bless him up like Nick's blessed me up. Wait! Sure, buddy. I'll take your rings. Did it go through? No, no, no. David. Take it, David. Say trade. Trade. Take it. Take it, brother. You don't need to give me any more. David, just press trade. It's a free $100,000. David, you can do it. Hope you're having fun. Why did I wander away? I wasn't done with this yet. I hope that David enjoys that $100,000 and that it helps him. Probably not very interesting, but for anyone who wants to go through the text, especially me later on going through the streams, that will be endlessly helpful, I'm sure. But also it seems better than trying to snap through this stream at a relatively slow pace. I'd like it to be this mix of definitive, exhaustive, but not boring, you know? Okay, so okay. There we go. That's the one. Okay, there we go. Good. All my hammer classes are good. Okay, so we for sure have all the Disciples of Hand and all the Disciples of Land. That's fantastic. So we can't get Dark Knight or Gunbreaker. We'll get Scholar later on. Machinist and Dancer are unavailable to us, so are Red Mage and Blue Mage. Rogue is not, so Rogue is our last quest. So then I think we will get Rogue, and unfortunately, call it a night. I really don't want to. I've just been loving this stream so bloody much in this game. But this is also great because next time when we pick up the MSQ, we get to do some of the most fun parts of this whole game, and that unlocks just a whole nother aspect to what this game is. I am. We do. I accept. There's that symbol again, so it's whenever we need to enter into a different place through that NPC. It's so funny to me because Jack looks identical to my Ardbert model. I am the one they called Jack, though I'm surprised you've heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name, along with that of the kindly cove as told you mine. Ah, the famous Ardbert. Old Lonnie Left Patch let you in, did he? We can't throw a blade for shite, but that one I don't miss not when it comes to sizing up a Dimber colt for the stolen. Just one thing. You ain't a pirate, are ye? Well then, it's time you stole to the rogue. Pull on your best beater cases and I'll swear ye myself when you're ready. Now, I can fill your waddles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just wids and wind. The most important thing, the only thing we care about is getting the job done. Now, most folk, and I'm assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limsa's founding, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if they didn't lay down a few rules, an unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Laminsons. 2. You don't rook a crew out of their spoils. And 3. You don't trade culls like they was chattel. I'll admit, the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now, you might be thinking, none of that amounts to a sack of dillberries now that the Admiral's outlawed piracy. But in the back alleys and black markets where Merle Vib's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. And just as the law is enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest and hand out justice to them as break the code. Some rum-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong cull, and we steal 'em back. That's the job, my natty laddie. Course, we don't hop the twig when blade work's called for neither. You see there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals at the pointy end. We'll weaken a mark with poison, fade away, and strike the Darkmans. Whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, Ardbert, what do you say to that? Got the guts to do a rogue's job? Aye. Alright. First off, we'll have to get your kit sorted out. A rogue needs to be light on his dew beaters, so stay on the mark's trail. The job might have you fighting across a deck, or weaving through a mob, and the last thing you want is a bleeding great battle axe what hooks itself on every rope and post. So always stick to decks. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through a rook's ribs. Here, like these stabbers, and let's see how they look on ye. Just don't get so excited with your new toys that you forget to dress for the role. You'd be surprised at how many coats come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Beautiful. I like to have these always equipped. It just makes it really, really easy to switch without having to go into this bloody screen so often. And that's a godsend. So after Rogue, I'm forgetting to... Okay, well, we're gonna have to redo this anyways, but it works as a rough... Oh, oops. Carpenter. Okay, now I'm confused. There. Okay, I got my battle bars, my crafter bars. Oh, and then we need to do a couple of other things in here. Actions. Okay. That should pretty much be everything. Now let's... Super pumped. Okay, here we are at Badarin's Drowning Wench Proprietor. This has been a wonderful stream. Let's see how long we've been streaming for. It's been 2.5 hours. 0 watching. Fantastic. We are so close to kicking into the major action. 5 more levels of MSQ until we get to what I think is the first really big wowza moment of this game. Hopefully we can get there. I'm thinking Wednesday morning I might take the time to stream. So we shall see on Wednesday morning. Thanks for watching, everybody. I pray you have a great time, and we will come together into Eorzea some other time.